Questions. In this lesson, I am going to introduce you with questions. There are two types of questions: yes or no questions, WH questions. This question type, most of the time, the expected answer is either yes or no. How? For example, when you are asking someone or when you are asked by this type of questions, an easy example is, do you like play football? The answer is yes I do or no I don't. Or do you like pizza? Yes I do, no I don't. And WH questions are called WH because they contain the letter W and H. And their expected answers are information. It means here with WH question words, you are asking for gathering information about someone or something. There are 6 WH questions. There are more than 6, but the most common ones are these 6: who, what, where, when, why, and how. These questions are the key to learning because you are not able to answer these questions with yes or no. It means here when you are asked by these question words, you are not able to answer these questions by yes or no. These questions are used to gather information. For example, what is your name? Here, someone is asking about someone's name. It means he or she is asking for information. It means this question is asked at the beginning of a conversation when you are meeting someone new. The speaker gets information about them by asking WH questions. WH question words, meaning, usage, and example. Question words. The first one, who. Who is used to ask about a person. It means you are gathering information about a person. For example, who is that? Who is that? That's Nancy. Or what? Or who is your brother? Who is your sister? You are asking about person. Where? Where is used to ask about place, about a location or a place. For example, where do you live? It's asking about where you live. For example, the answer is I live in Boston, or I live in Kurdistan, I live in Iraq. And why? Why is used to ask about a reason. Here it is asking about a justification, a reason. For example, why do you sleep early? Here someone is asking why someone else sleeps early. The answer of why word is always starts with because. Why do you sleep early? Because I have got to get up early. When? When is used to ask about time, which is the easiest one. When do you go to work? This is an example. When do you go to work? It is asking about a time. When do you go to work? For example, the answer is I go to work at 7. I go to work at 7. A time is given in the answer. How? How is also an WH question because it starts with H. How means manner. Here the question is about a manner, the way something is done, the type of the thing. For example, how do you go? Here it is asking about the way someone go. I go by car, I go by bus, I go by bicycle. What? What is used to ask about an object, an idea, an action, and reaction. For example, what do you do? What do you do? Here, someone is asking about someone else's occupation or job. For example, I am an engineer. What do you do? I am a businessman. What do you do? I am a football player. WH questions sentence structure. It's either with an auxiliary verb or without an auxiliary verb. We usually form WH questions with the first type. Here is two type. One, we call this A, and we call this B. In part A, WH words plus an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs like be. Be means is, am, are, was, were. Do and does, or have, has, or had, plus subject, plus main verb. For example, when are you leaving? When is the question word, are is the auxiliary, you is the subject, leaving is the main verb, plus ing because here is present progressive. Where do you live? Where is the WH word, do is the auxiliary, they is the subject, live is the main verb. What has she done now? What is the WH word, has is the auxiliary, she is the subject, done is the verb in the past participle form, noun is the adverb of time. Or WH in part B, WH plus a modal verb like could, should, would, plus subject, plus main verb. For example, who would she stay with? Who would she stay with? Or where should I park my car? Where is the WH word, should is a modal verb, I is the subject, park is a verb, my is a possessive pronoun, car is a noun. Also without auxiliary verbs, when, what, and who is the subject or part of the subject, we don't use the auxiliary. It means when, what, and who is the subject, they are the subject, or they are a part of the subject, we do not use auxiliary verbs. We use the order subject plus verb. For example, what falls on the wall. Here, what is the subject of the sentence. Therefore, we don't use an auxiliary. The verb comes directly after the question word, the WH question word. Who brought this? Who owns this bag? Subject, who is the subject? Owns is the verb. This bag is the object. Extra practice. It's also like a quiz. Number 1. Blank is your father. Your father is a person. Here, someone is asking about your father. Who, when, where. As we said, when is used to ask about time. Where is used to ask about a place or a location. Therefore, the correct answer is who. Who is your father? Number 2. Blank is in your bag. Is in your bag. Look at the answers. Why? We said why is used to ask about a reason. What? What is asked about an object or an idea or an action. Who is used to ask about a person. Here we have bag, it's not a person, therefore it's not correct. And why? Here the question is not about justification, is not about reason, therefore why is not correct too. What is the correct answer? What is in your bag? It's asking about an object. What's in your bag? Number 3. Blank is your birthday. Where? Why? When? As we said, where is used to ask about a place or a location. Why is used for justification, for a reason. When is for time. Here, blank is your birthday. Where and when both are correct. For example, where is your birthday? You are asking for the location of the birthday. And when is your birthday? You are asking for the time of the birthday, for the date of the birthday. Number 4. Blank, do you live? Do you live? What, who, where? What is used for what? For what? For object, for idea, for an action. Who is used for person. Where is used for place. Here, someone is asking about a place you live. Therefore, the question starts with where do you live? Where do you live? Number 5. Blank. Do you want to learn English? Do you want to learn English? Here, someone is asking about a reason. Do you want to learn English? Who is used for a person, not for a reason. What? For an object, for an idea, for an action. Why is used for what? For a reason. Therefore, the correct answer is why. Why do you want to learn English? Why do you want to learn English? Number 6. Blank. Do you come to school? Do you come to school? Here, someone is asking about the manner, the way someone comes to school. How? When? Why? We said why is used for reason or justification. When is used for time. How is used for manner. Therefore, the correct answer here is how. How do you come to school? I come to school by bus. I come to school by car. I come to school by bicycle.